The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
It's called the specials.
Dude.
What?
No. Oh,
What?
bro.
Could you?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me?
But we are spitting
Oh,
it
sexy.
time, so let's
Oh no. Oh no, not me. I did it my Just the look on his face, bro. He was so defeated, dude.
Snake.
Mad balls, gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball, they're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from Amtoy.
Mad ball.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another. Why is there a chat box just chilling there? There we go. Man, that was weird. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Modern Comic Mayhem. Another Saturday night. We got a fun one tonight.
Sweet.
I'm
buckled in.
I am beyond buckled in, bro. That session was extra long before, and it's been a long day. But we got some fun stuff to talk about for sure.
Doc Joe got it right. It's like, hey, buds. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yes. I got to see some buds earlier.
Yes, that is the if a show could have an official answer, that's the not the Bogcast. That's Beyond Wednesday's official answer. Yes.
Yes. or bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude.
Or yes.
No, Joe's got to be here for the bro.
Oh, that's true.
This is like Mama. That's Joe's.
Yeah. But I'd never say bro, so like I feel weird every time I say it.
It's an enduring term when Joe says it to you, though. I love it when he says it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. When I say it, it doesn't sound natural.
But yeah. When Joe says it, I'm like, yeah, it comes from the heart.
I'll say a good dude. I'll be like, dude.
I would say now you'd probably say a very good dude right now.
As of most shows here. Dude.
Yeah. So
I was getting pulled over the other day. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
the doctor, the cop was like, "Hey, why do your eyes look funny?" I'm like, "That's racist."
Well, that's like the best Cheech and Chong movie. And he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Can I see your license?" "Hey, man, it's on the bumper."
Your name, sir. It's right there on the license.
Bro, look at this picture I bought.
That's cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Wow.
Oh,
there you go.
That's hilarious. That's really cool.
So I'm gonna frame that and get that behind me.
Are you gonna have it like centered right above your head, so like
I don't
on
know.
the
We'll
sides,
see.
like
We'll see.
yeah,
It actually should go like right behind you. Like it would look very good behind you, especially
like
if you
over
just
the
kind of
shoulder.
tilt it over and you can see the ear high part.
Yeah,
Right over
Or
your
when you're
left
falling
shoulder.
back. Yeah, or left shoulder, or like as you're leaning back laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta figure this out. So there we go. I messed something up in the OBS. By the way, you guys, you heard Chad Cave in the background. You guys can call into the show as always through the Discord. Like so. Say what's up. All right. Let me fix this new social thing I got playing around with. Hopefully the sound sounds okay, you guys. We've been having issues with sound lately. It's been weird. So there we go. I got it working. Okay. Yeah, we've been having issues with sound lately. So if you guys ever hear any sound issues, let me know in the chat. If you guys hear any popping or echoing or anything like that, always let me know. Don't ever feel bad about letting me know. I want to know that shit. So appreciate it. All right, I got some cool shit to go over at the beginning of the show while we kind of wait for people to kind of jump in. I got some fun stuff to talk about for sure. This was interesting. Did you guys see this? We were talking about something last week on the show, I believe, that kind of ties into this, but David Nakayama is going to be doing covers for the new Thundercat series that Dynamite's going to be doing. So, pretty dope, right? I'm cool. I'm all for that. But
Yeah,
what's
I
even
saw this the other day. Is this the first Thundercat series since when Image picked it up? And I think the last series was The Return, but I can't remember. And that was like 2003. I mean, it was literally like 20 years ago.
Yeah, since the J. Scott Campbell one, right?
Yeah, that was the first one, and then The Return was the next one. And I don't know if you guys ever read The Return. It was a 5-issue miniseries, and it took the Thundercats to a completely different place. Lion-O had gone into, and I'm probably going to butcher this, so if the chat wants to correct me, have at it, but I think he went to the Book of Omens, the train, for like X amount of years. Then all of a sudden, Mumra took over. Panthro and Chitara, they were in the Thundrillium mines, and Wily Cat had become his concubine. And like if you look at the art, like it's just a completely different story. So like Wily Kit and Wily Cat were aged up like maybe 10 years, and then he kills Wily Cat. I always get Wily Kit and Wily Kit is the girl and Wily Cat. So I think he kills Wily Cat, but it just took Thundercats in a completely different avenue than what you would expect.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of crazy.
It's good. Ed Bennis did the art, and it was like a classic, almost like 90s kind of art. Like there's not much, especially for like Chitara when she's a prisoner of the mutants, and Wily Kit, there's not much clothing, so it's a perfect, like you would think they were like done by Image back in the day.
How many covers do you think there's gonna be for this series since it's Dynamite?
How many fingers do you have right now?
Yeah.
I have 4 fingers and 2 thumbs. Oh, 8 fingers.
Well, you remember how last week we were kind of we were talking about, I forget what show it was, but we were talking about the new Gold Key stuff and whether or not Gold Key had the rights to Space Ghost. I think it was Space Ghost. We were wondering about like Space Ghost and like all those other things. Well, so I jumped over to Dynamite, right? Because Dynamite Comics is who's doing it, right? And I can't believe none of us saw this. This is a week ago. It says Dynamite and Warner Brothers Discovery make a deal to bring Thundercats, the Flintstones, Space Ghost, and more to comics.
Oh wow! So it seems like Dynamite and Dark Horse are making some big moves, like grabbing IPs.
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
I'm down for some cool Space Ghost covers.
Yeah, dude, I'm down for some cool Thundercats covers. Just don't go overboard. Just keep it. What they've been doing, hey, no. Listen. Dynamite doesn't go overboard like on Cheese Factor. They go overboard on 90% of their covers are good that they put out. There's a lot of them. That's how they go overboard. But they're good for the most part.
But it makes it hard to pick.
But like Perlo does a lot of the right.
Yeah,
but he could do some great Thundercats cover. Like I don't know who did this one, but that's the same thing I'm thinking about. As soon as I see that, I'm like, wow, he could. You know, if you want one that's more cartoony, that's great. But if you want one that's a little bit more realistic or that kind of dynamic,
can't wait for the 1 in 10 Thundercats cosplay. Dynamite.
Kitara?
Yeah.
Or do you want? It's not Tiger. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have all of them. They're gonna have the Flintstones too. Think about that.
Well, I saw that in the Flintstones, and I start thinking about Hanna-Barbera. Because if you get the Flintstones, you start trying to get in. Do you remember the old Laugh Olympics?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You had Yogi Bear and the bad guys. Was it Mutton?
Jeff?
I can't remember something like that. Yeah, and but Yogi Bear had a team, and then like there was God, who's the like the blue dog with the hat?
Yeah, the Laugh Olympics. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I remember those. Hell yeah, dude. I remember all those. Those were the you were lucky to get those if you found those. You know what I mean? Those were like the cool stores on a Saturday morning.
Like that would be actually, it'd be great if they had something along those lines because no one does anything with his properties.
Do you remember when Thundercats did they did a mashup with Masters of the Universe, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that good? That was good, right? Yeah.
The art was good. I think Freddie Williams did it, and he actually had some original OA that he'd post, and some of them were just like the sketches he was working on, and some of the pages were just like the 11 by 14 sophomores, and it would be like just him drawing out like Mumra and like $600. But some of the pages, like if you're going for like the splash pages, are really high. But he still has some of that art on his website if someone wants to look at it.
I'm looking at it right now. Here we go.
He has the TMNT stuff, a lot of stuff.
Here's his. He's got some Masters Universe versus DC art on there right now.
Yeah. Jersey to the Bay, Hong Kong Phooey. That's right. He was in there too.
Hong Kong Phooey, yep.
I remember that cartoon.
Oh, did you see Dennis's comment? Can't wait for the Flintstones to meet Vampirilla. That would be, actually, let Perillo do Wilma and Betty take on Vampirilla and see what the cover looks like.
Look how good that looks right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's badass.
That's cool that he completes it off where it goes off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did man. That is sick right there.
Oh, that's a cool design cover too.
Yep.
And he also has like the G.I. Joe. I don't know if you guys remember when he did the 5 connecting covers for G.I. Joe. And I think he still has like the Joes, but he sold the Cobra for like, God, it might have been like 10, 12 grand for the connecting covers. But I mean, obviously, they looked fantastic. It was leading up to issue 300. I think it was like the low 290s up to 298.
Nice. When you were shopping around for OA, huh?
Yeah. Shopping to see what I cannot have.
Look at this. Man. He does some he's got some great pieces that he's showing up here. Does he sell all these?
Yeah. Some of them are sold and some of them are not. Like there's a lot on that website. So if people have any interest in those mashup series, I would tell you to go on there or at least follow him on his Instagram because he posts and he'll let you know like, hey, I just put this up on the IG or I just put this up on the website. So he's good about letting people know that there's art out.
Yeah.
And he also has payment plans and extensions. So I think he'll work with you.
Check this out. This is kind of cool. Boglins. You remember Boglins?
Yeah.
They have this new skate decks Boglin art on it. Get a Grip skateboards. Heritage
Who else?
decks.
I hadn't heard Boglins until when you guys were covering the GPKs. And they came out with the Halloweens, and then I got the alert about these.
Comes with a card too. They're all signed.
Wait, get a Grip's on other.
Yeah, they did the GPK.
Oh, okay.
ones. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, they have a sick neon sign that I'm getting. This one right here.
The stuff comes very quickly. So the two, like I remember we were talking in the chat, and I'd ordered two. I think Leg ordered two. Josh, did you order any of the blinds for these for GPK?
No, I did not. Did you?
I did. I got two, and I've got them in the other room. And literally after I ordered them, I think they were here like a week or so later. It took no time. But I was trying to copy you after you did the Pokemon stuff.
Did you open any of them?
I haven't. They're still boxed up.
I think the Evil Eddie or the Nasty Nick and then this one are the best. Because this card is so awesome. The deck's so cool too with the blood splatter.
Yeah, that's sick.
How are they doing on the secondary markets? Still sealed.
That's a great question.
I am curious.
Yeah, because I bought two because I figured I'd buy one and open one, sell the other. I haven't even looked. But I'm afraid if I open one, I'm going to open the other one.
200 it looks like maybe. Let's take a look at sold. $700 for the. Oh, you can get it signed. It's signed by John Pound.
Oh, wow.
Kidding me?
Yeah, that said it was out of 75. So that's.
I think they were all at the number when they came out was like a really small.
200 to 300 is what they're going for.
Yeah.
What was the buy-in? I can't remember.
Beautiful, dude.
That's a good question.
Was it around that 125 price? I want to say.
I think so. Because originally I think it was 125 because they had the set that you could get, but it had all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can go grab one. We can open one if you want.
Dude, dang. If you want to open one, let's open one. I'm always down to
we're gonna open
up some garbage bags, maybe. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm always down for that. These are badass. Here are the ones you can get. Right, these four. What were these? These are the same thing, yeah. Same exact thing.
Oh,
189.
but those are the signature series ones.
Oh, so they had two different things you could pick from?
It looks like there's a signature series bag, and then I'm guessing the other one's just like
Horror Artist Signature Series is sold out. What is this?
And
the only way to guarantee
1,250.
all 5 decks from our Horror Artist Signature Series is to order here. Only 5 artist proof sets are available, and each of these contain all 5 unsealed decks numbered 1 through 5. Wow.
Oh, so that was an AP out of 5.
Wow.
So I say let's let the chat vote. And let's decide if it's going to be right or left.
Yeah, chat, right or left. The first one I see. Hurry up.
You're left.
Yeah, let's say this is right. Or should we do 1 and 2? Is that easier?
Yeah, do 1 and 2.
Okay. This is 1.
Left.
This is 2.
Left.
His left or
his left.
This is my left. This is my right.
Your
right
left.
is 1.
Your left. Your left.
Is 2.
Your left.
Okay.
Your left.
Okay. There's a lot of people going for the left.
Yeah. Yep. It sounds like it's left. And you got the signature series?
Yeah.
They were $189. They come with a really cool card too, bro. Well, here we go. Which one are you hoping to get?
I really want the Nasty Nick just because.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Growing up in remember that card clear as day.
Yeah, it was always the one on top of the stack, the rubber band around it.
But yeah, beggars can't be choosers. So,
Everyone's
and I do
asking-
have a couple extra stickers if people want.
People are asking, is this a giveaway?
Yeah. If they take my child too, so
There's always strings attached with Nate if you didn't know.
There's always. Let's see, let's cut it from the bottom.
You got all those Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures behind him. That looks good, bro. That looks really good.
Oh, Plushy
Thank
Bear,
you.
where were you yesterday? There was a giveaway on the on the OG Hot 10.
Yeah, you missed
We're
it, Plushy Bear.
Honestly, so I took I just flew in from work, so I went to New York and then went to DC, and I got in DC or got back to Texas yesterday. So I haven't been home for like a week and a half. So
Wow.
it's been a long week and a half.
There we go.
Have you guys
Green.
seen the Transformers issue that Big Clutch had? The foil? It's really nice.
Yeah.
This section is brought by Coors Light,
Yeah.
ultimate water.
All right,
Well,
good. That's the back.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. You got to flip it
All right,
now.
70 and 75.
Okay.
70 to 75. Not bad.
He peaked. He peaked.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude.
wow.
Look at that.
Is that a John Pound autograph too, bro? Holy
Yeah,
cow.
that's the
Fantastic.
That was the
Nice.
one that sold for like $700.
That is amazing, bro. Congratulations,
Dude,
dude.
congrats.
That's what
Well,
a
now you can
long
sell-
week feels like, and that's nice, bro. That's nice.
So I'm gonna put with my so I've got a couple of Iron Maiden or I think I've showed you guys, like I got the Trooper, and then last year during Horror Fest up in Conroe, it's about 20 minutes north of here, I got the not Dave Mustaine, but David Ellefson autograph on the Megadeth board. So when Josh, and honestly, this is a little bit more credit to Josh because Josh was on the Pokemon stuff, and then when you on the Wednesday show, you guys were talking about this, I would have completely missed this. So again, this never would happen if it weren't for you guys.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, that's
sick,
crazy.
bro.
Dude,
Nice.
So seriously,
Congrats.
again, so this is thanks to y'all.
Hell yeah,
Oh, man.
man. Now you got to
And what-
send in
yeah.
that card to get PSA graded, and you got to frame it next to the board. You got to come up with some cool frame way for the board, dude. That's dope. That's super dope.
Fantastic, man.
Well, now if you guys want to take a shot at some Boglins, they're doing the Boglins stuff. So go back.
Very
to those.
cool.
Where did they go?
Was it Tony that was big on this company?
Get a grip?
Good.
I think so. Could be wrong though. Here's the Boglins ones again. So Boglins are back. You get limited edition of just 40 worldwide. So only 40 of these, you guys. Each deck comes with a matching signed official Boglins collector card, hand signed by creator Tim Clark. Hand numbered sticker of authenticity. Random stain color on top of the decks. So that's the randomness, it sounds like. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. These things are becoming super collectible, man. People are really enjoying collecting these things. That's one of the things I've been saying for a while now, is I think a lot of people that were just staunch into comics might be spending less on comics, maybe a little bit more on other things that they normally wouldn't have collected lately, which is very interesting to me. I know we
I
talked
just sent
about
pictures to Leg because I know
I've been
he
buying
got
more
this
comics
too.
recently.
yeah.
Again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
also-
opposite.
The
then.
price is so. The one that you you maybe say it in pickups, but I thought you did it. I mean, you nailed it. It's a great pickup.
Oh, thank you. Dude, but you should see some of the other stuff I've been picking up. Like, some of it's been crazy. So
Yeah, dude. Well, the prices have been exceptional lately.
Yeah.
well, like there was definitely so shout out to Longshort and Josh that sent me a link to almost 10 book, which was so crazy. So they ordered first, and
American Psycho.
They no, not that,
Oh.
but they got their orders got canceled, and then they never canceled my order, and then I ended up sending them a message like, "Hey, you're shipping to my wrong address. Like, can you update the address to this?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I was like, "How did the I order last? Like, picking up the last one, and then everyone else got their orders canceled." And I was like, "There's no way it's showing up in the mail." And then a few days later, it popped up in the mail.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I can only say the only good thing that happened here is a good thing Plushy Bear was not in the room, because he would have won that skateboard over me. So,
yeah. Well, he is
Thanks,
here.
guys.
He is here. Did you guys see this? Shout out to Volsey. I saw this on his IG. Look how good the Hip Hop Family
That
Tree
looks
Omnibus looks.
awesome.
Oh, that was sick.
That's badass. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, check that out.
I like how he
You
has
guys are
one.
into Eddie P, and especially what they're doing. Him and Jim Rugg are doing with Red Room. This is OG Eddie P.
I like how he has the spinning tool thing.
Right.
Yeah, that is cool. I want to get the one that's a card one, and it like has like nothing in between. It like it's a magnet.
Levitates.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are sick.
yeah, I like those.
I think they make those for shoes too, right?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised. So this showed up on Bleeding Cool again. Bleeding Cool. I think they might have finally gotten Clutch's name right.
They get his name right this time?
Yeah. Speculator Watch. Did Duke and Cobra Commander Ashcan win NYCC? Says here, Robert Kirkman and his team at Skybound came to NYCC last weekend with a big focus on company's popular Energon universe, the new shared universe between the Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers and Joshua Williamson's new take on G.I. Joe, with artists like Tom Riley and Andre Milana. Andre Milana, I think, was the one doing the Duke and Cobra Commander ones, right? And new Void Rivals by Kirkman and Lorenzo Di Felici. They made a rather nice bit of history as a result as well, and it led us to wonder if the big two shared universes of Marvel and DC were about to become the big three, with Image Skybound seeing six-figure success. That's interesting. So basically they just talk about the two books, and it says, we also told you that Skybound had partnered with eBay via Sean Big Clutch Kirkham, previously Skybound's SVP of Business Development and now a full-time influencer, to drop. Look at that. They calling him an influencer. Look at that.
Did you see those eBay, like his audiences in the eBay Live on Sunday?
Yeah.
If you were trying to get the Cobra Commander, which I was, and I was a little hesitant because I didn't have a badge and I didn't know if you had to go still pick it up. It, like the number just, it went from like a few hundred people, and all of a sudden there were 7,000, 9,000. Like the numbers just, I mean, they blew up, and there were 25 of them.
That's funny, dude, that they call him an influencer. That's awesome. I'm going to give him shit for that, for sure. Now, full-time influencer to drop some new Energon Universe variants, including a Cobra Commander 1 Ashcan and Transformers 1 foil variant. It sounds like Kirkham has become a key part of eBay's outreach to the comics community, and I would imagine we'll see more from that partnership. Look at that.
Yeah.
So I guess
Hey.
this
Brian,
was
Brian,
the
do you
big
know
book
that-
of the con, right?
Does he have the original art or access to the original art for that?
I don't think so, dude. I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't think so. I would doubt it.
He probably knows someone that you can contact, though. So I would still
Yeah.
reach out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that.
It says, from what we're hearing, not only did the drops with eBay sell out immediately, but the Duke #1 variant had to be strictly limited to one per person at events in order to meet demand. The end result is that the Energon universe has once again produced some of the hottest variants coming out of a major convention, as evidenced by the cover. Look at that. They're even calling out our boys at Cover Price. The Cover Price top 10 list, which ranks Cobra Commander 1 Ashcan and at #1 and Transformer foil at #5. Yada, yada, yada. The books even made our very own New York Comic Con Hottest Comics Top 25 list. I think we went over this, didn't we? Did we go over this? Oh. We're going to wait to talk about that. We're going to wait to talk about this one. I think we wait to talk about that one. But maybe we didn't go over this. So here's all your... I think we all went over this 1,000 fucking times.
Probably.
Yeah. But there we go. Shout out to our boy Clutch getting some love from Bleeding Cool. And Cover Price. I don't know if they're that great, but if they're foils of the con, congrats. They deserve it, or at least Clutch deserves all. Anytime I can talk good about, one of my friends, I'm down for that. But hopefully,
I will tell you that
they make this better.
The Zatanna that Hive had was really nice in person. Like their foil, it looked really good.
Oh, the Zatanna 15.
Yeah, I felt bad because James was so nice. When I came in on Thursday, I actually got the chance to meet Phil. Such a nice guy, Binge Comics and Toys.
Oh yeah,
just really good dude. And then I was like, hey, or Hive and Bird City close by, and he's like, yeah, they're about 2 down. So I got a chance to go and just meet Jonathan, meet Ant, and see James. But their stuff looked really good.
Good, that's good. Yeah, man. I think that's the great part about cons is being able to see all your buddies and having a good time. And there's always that uptick, Now, here's the question. eBay has kind of had 2 really good cons, I guess. What are they going to do to be better? What are they going to...
what are they doing to separate themselves from the herd?
Are they listening to the collecting community? Do they have an ear in the collecting community? That's the interesting thing. I want to know.
So from everyone that I've heard that's dealing with eBay Live right now, the people that are in charge are actually same old story that we've heard. They're part of the community. They're collectors. They understand the market. So they're seeing the trends and everything. So
yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting, man.
I mean, they've had 2 cons with no drama, so
yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. Well, did you guys watch all the shows that they had, or any of the shows that they had other than the Capullo one with Clutch?
No, I only watched the Capullo one.
Yeah.
So I jumped into one. BigLegg, he had dropped the link where the Cobras were shipping instead of just pickups. So I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I have a chance. And I caught the end of their show, so I was kind of crap, I'm too late. But I said, what's up anyways? And Clutch saw my name. He was like, what's up, you? And I was like, cool. That was 9,000 people watching this. So I'm getting a what's up.
I saw that because Leg was rolling up yours, and then you showed up. Leg called you. Because I almost went, because I was for my eBay, it's my middle name and last name, so you wouldn't know it. And I don't want to be like, hey, it's Nate, and then just hope Yee and Leg out of 10,000 people would actually see it. So
I saw Legs and I was gonna type something, but then the chat just disappeared because it was
That's interesting. Here's the cool thing: you can go to eBay on your phone, and you can search one of the events, whoever was selling at the time. You can search that, and you can replay it on your phone. You can replay the whole thing. You can't do it on your computer though, which pisses me off. So fix that.
Because you want to
eBay.
Because you want to clip stuff. Well,
what if I want to clip stuff, and what if I want to show things, or what if I want to check it out on my computer while I'm editing? It needs to be on the computer too. Maybe I'm just not finding it. Who knows?
They're just in beta still though. Still in beta, so I wouldn't expect full access yet. So they're still working out bugs. So I like how they're rolling it out. They're taking their time. They're not trying to rush it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think the only thing I found from the Comic-Con with eBay was just that the cons. Again, I haven't been in San Diego, but New York's pretty big. There are a lot of people there, so trying to figure out exactly. I know the booths are numbered, but there's upstairs, downstairs, there are different pieces to go to. There's one part kind of in the middle, and the elevator broken. And I was trying to figure out exactly how to get to eBay, and it was just you had to just kind of keep going straight on the main floor to the back corner. But the folks were really, really nice. But the Wi-Fi was, I mean, just terrible. So I had taken a screenshot of the Transformers that I'd won on the auction from Clutch.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get everything to download, and it was a different number than what the screenshot was. But they were really friendly. They were easy to work with, and they didn't pressure me. They're like, take your time. And then I had to download the app again. And it took like 10 minutes. Got the number. They came out. Here it is. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Because I mean, with so many people, I figured they were gonna like go to the back of the line, go over here, do this, do that. But everyone was just really chill. For New York, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the comments in the live right now. It says eBay live shows were cool. eBay needs to open up to sellers. They should let everyone in by now. They need to listen to sellers. There's such a thing as bad buyers. Same shit partnerships that Whatnot had, though. eBay Live sounds great, but it's not going to open up for normal sellers for a long time. eBay does need to open up to more sellers. Here's the thing that we have to understand, though. Do we all agree that was probably the big problem with Whatnot, that just too many sellers came in at once? And
yes.
It just...
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Well, and the type of people. Like, you gotta... There's some people doing some crazy shit on there.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let that happen for a publicly traded company. Like, you're not gonna have somebody it will never fly.
They're just not gonna let Joe Schmo.
That you'd have it right. Like the shit that flies at Whatnot, and also the stuff with backyard breakers where they're lying and there's no compliance. That would never fly with eBay.
Well, we say that, but is Frankie's Comics
not
still
when the
with
SEC
eBay
is
Live?
involved?
Is Frankie's Comics still with eBay Live?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I was going to say, I was going to build on
like bankruptcy versus fraud. I mean, because fraud, when you're like backyard saying you didn't win this, and then all of a sudden you did. And you got to remember, eBay's pockets are they're so deep. There's so much writing on with eBay when you're talking about you have subordinated debt, you have analysts of Wall Street, and there's a lot of layers to it. They actually have a compliance department there, and they do have an accounting department, so that like Bueller would have been paid. So it's like a mom and pop store versus it's like Diet Right versus Coke. It's not even comparable.
Well, have you noticed that on Backyard Breaks, they're not on Fanatics Live? Like they have a bunch of rules and stuff like that about like how you're supposed to run a break and stuff like that.
Don't be a criminal.
So you can't
right.
that you can't pull these like I guess I don't want to say I guess fraudulent acts
people
on Whatnot and stuff like that. I mean, to the point where FBI is investigating into that, like.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I remember hearing that when you said that on Wednesday. You get the law enforcement, you get FBI or something like that. No effing way. eBay would never have that. They would never.
They're too big of a company to like have something like that happen to them, especially since like even like on the tech side of things, like they're not using like AWS services like a lot of live platforms are using. They have their own like server rooms and like the way they store like actually store out their data and servers and everything. Like they have their own model for that.
Can you imagine all the NDAs and everything that you would have actually have to sign with eBay just to even like get approved?
Oh,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I
don't think you see that much of the back end though.
I think that there's probably money behind it, but I don't think that they're like able to spend as much money as we think they are. I think they're kind of I think at this point it sounds like they're taking it slow. They're figuring it out. They know what other companies have done, and they're watching it and learning, and it's interesting, man. It's very interesting.
But it's almost like, remember the Yankees back in like when they were like, hey, well, we're going to sign Giambi, we're going to sign this person. They only want the best of the best. All the other folks can kind of, you guys, Whatnot can have them. And then it's really in between eBay and Fanatics, and they can battle out for the best ones. And then, do you want to go to Whatnot, or you even remember going to Whatnot? So that's just my thought.
Yeah, Jeffrey Drake. We talked about the heist that was done over at Panini, where they stole a bunch of servers and stuff like that. So that was a while ago, right?
I feel like that was like an inside job, dude, to destroy something.
Well, I mean, because how many people at that point in time were going from Panini to Fanatics, and then they knew exactly where to go, and like other stuff wasn't stolen, like where like people's redemptions or whatever. It was like specifically for like servers, and like there had to be an inside job that someone knew where that wall was to break to get into that room. Like, because it would have been too obvious if someone entered in a code, because then it would be linked back to someone.
Well, you guys, I think we're segueing into that moment.
Into the into the
I so wish Hood was here right now. I'm gonna put my main course for Drama Alert. We're gonna let it sizzle for a little bit, and maybe we'll put out the bat signal to see if we can get Hood to show up.
Here, I'll text him right now.
Yeah, shoot him a text saying tell him he needs to get here for Drama Alert. I want to see his reaction. I've got a really good long video. I'm warning everybody right now. It's a 10-minute video. At some point, I will speed it up so it isn't that long, but we're going to be commenting on it because it is such a great video to watch with everybody for this segment. You guys will love it. All right, so starting off, we were talking about all the crazy heists and all that fun stuff that's always going on. Did you guys see this U-Haul nightmare? Shout out! I forget, somebody put it on the Discord, man. Yeah. This is absolutely horrible. I feel so bad for this guy because, like, I don't know what you do when this happens. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Watch this.
I'm 58 years old, dude. I'm doing this by myself. This is all just full of water right here, all the way through. This is how saturated these boxes are getting on the bottom level. I'm emptying them out as fast as I possibly can, throwing them here. Yeah, it's a hurricane. Mr. U-Haul. It has been no more than a regular rainfall.
So it looks like this guy had, I don't know why he had all the boxes in there. Does anybody know? Do we know why he has all the boxes in there?
Probably. I'm assuming he picked up a collection. I don't know, but I'm just assuming.
U-Haul is... Yeah, well, either he picked up a collection or he put all those in there for some reason. I don't know, but...
Probably moving the storage or something like that.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that. So... This happened. Vintage Comics and Toys says this happened to me at Heroes Con with a rental truck. Oh no, man! Oh, that's fucking rough.
I could tell you what I wouldn't be doing is what he's doing, because I would be frantically getting those boxes out of that truck.
Yeah, yep. He's given up at this point. I think he stated it in the beginning. He's like, "Man, I'm 58. I ain't built for this shit. I smoke 10 packs a day. Unfiltered Pall Malls." But yeah, I feel bad for the guy. Feel bad.
Yeah, that
Look at
sucks.
this. Too much anxiety to watch that. Yeah, I know, right? I feel bad for you. Hopefully you get some good karma out of this, or maybe this is because you have bad karma. I don't know, but I don't wish this on anybody. No comic fan. Look at, there we go. There's your leak.
Yeah, and then the fact that they said they wouldn't cover it, because he did say in that thing that he paid for extra insurance or whatever.
Yeah. That sucks.
That is just fucking shitty. So there you go, you guys.
If you look at the video, they are on pallets.
Yeah, they are. Some of them. Some
yeah,
of
I mean,
them.
some. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
can see
are
where
on pallets. Yeah, but not all of them. Yeah, man. Take them to court. I don't know. Probably something in the. Yeah, he has to declare it in the insurance process. Yeah. Yeah, at that point, I'd just be like, "Fuck it." You know what I mean?
Salvage what you can.
Yeah,
Like,
salvage what you can.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would depend on what's in those boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because that is a lot of boxes. I mean, there could be almost anything in there, right?
Bro, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Man, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's nuts. Tom Brady rookie card. You guys hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Seller loses over $1 million on Tom Brady rookie card.
Oh, wow. Here we
This
go.
is the famous playoff contenders auto. Super rare. Look at this.
There's not many out there, right?
No.
On this?
No, there's 100 of them.
Okay.
Sold for he bought it for 1.29 million, so 1.3 million almost on January 23rd, 2022. He sold it for 216,000 the other day.
Oh.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is drama to the nth degree. If you want to know where we're at right now, that is where we are at.
The guy that sold it's like,
yeah, the guy that sold it right here is. That's why I'm so happy, dude. I am so happy I sold my Ovechkin when I did. Oh my god! As a matter of fact, let's go look at what Sidney Crosby. So for those of you guys that don't know, I sold an Alex Ovechkin SP Authentic rookie and a Sidney Crosby SP Authentic rookie right in the middle of the good times. And they sold for a lot. And I always regretted selling the Sidney Crosby. So I want to see what a Sidney Crosby SP Authentic rookie is going for. PSA 10, 34,000. Now what are they talking about? There's one right there for 17.9. So ooh.
It's asking.
Price.
Yeah. Wait, and
dude,
you
here's one
sold
for
yours
14.
for like what?
I had a 9.0 I sold for 6,000. Okay. I had a 9.0 I sold for 6,000. So let's see what a 9.0 is selling for now. There's a 9.
Was it a BGS 9?
No, mine was a BGS 9. Here's a PSA 9 for $4,000. I might buy back in. I was about to say,
Brian, look at the Ovechkin and look at the because you have a 10 and a 9, like 10 card, 9 auto, or
I had a 10. It was a 10-10.
It was 10-10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my Crosby was 9-10. 9.0, 10.
That's it. Okay.
So here's a 9.5-10 that sold for 6,000. There's a PSA 9 for $5,000. PSA, like I might buy back in on this card.
Because I looked at the Ovechkins, the 10-9s. Or I'm sorry, 9-10, 9 card, 10 auto, probably back in the spring. And I was telling Tyler, I was like, we should go in, because I think at that time they were around like 10, 11.
Oh my god, look at this, dude.
Yeah. And now hockey season's getting ready to start again, so you would think you get a little bit more bump.
This is crazy, you guys.
Yeah.
Because he's getting close to being the goal record,
I sold
right?
mine for 40,000.
It'd be next year, right?
Wow.
Brian, is that right? It'd be next year?
Yeah, next year. A 9.5-10, $10,000.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is unbelievable, you guys.
Would you buy back into this card though?
All
This
day,
card I
every
would.
day.
Okay.
Yep.
And that is why you sell.
Yes. That is why you sell. Yes, sir.
Don't hold shit, dude.
Don't hold stuff. Speaking of that.
What if you're a hoarder, Josh?
Then you don't have to, Like, you're cool with hoarding.
Speaking of hoarders, there are sometimes hoarders of a good kind. The hoarders that hoard stuff in a movie theater full of goodies. Have you seen the guys going after our buddy Dennis Barger?
Yeah, I was tagged into a comment about that.
Huh?
The your being person or something like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
Is that still going on? Jesus, man.
I mean, it was earlier this week, but we just do drama on Saturdays now.
Yeah, we just do dramas on Saturdays. Yeah, this was hilarious to me. I love these. Look at Decor. Look at Decor. I love this dude. That's so good, man. That's so good. Yeah, Dennis.
Well, if he didn't like the set last year, I was like, man, that Wi-Fi there this year wasn't worth a shit. He would have.
So it still hasn't improved over the last 20 years.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Saturday or Wednesday show when you guys were playing the Dennis's comment like whatnot because first guy in. Oh my god, it's still just the funniest shit. It should literally be part of the lead in of the show.
So this guy went to Dennis's Facebook page, I guess, where he gets reviews or something, and screen clipped all the you could tell they're fake reviews, right? Listen to what some of the people saying here. Was browsing the prices on the website. They were way overpriced. The selection is okay, but the prices are way up. I advise to shop elsewhere.
But it's also from 2018.
Does anything really need to be stated? Dennis is a terrible fedora-wearing man. Oh my god, dude.
I mean, but how relevant is this from 2018?
It's not. It's absolutely not relevant, but it is fucking funny for drama alert, let me tell you. So I don't know who this guy is, but he went and stirred up a hornet's nest. Good luck on that one,
man.
buddy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, did Dennis just start?
Yeah.
Told him to leave that poor girl alone.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. All right. So this, continuing on, I talked about this on the Hot 10 last night, but it is just so ridiculous. Ben Templesmith put out a post that says it was reposting Steve Niles' post of the 16-year anniversary of 30 Days of Night. And Ben Templesmith put up a post reposting it, saying, all from that little book I did the last 2 issues of for free that started IDW Publishing. Life-changing for me. This year at San Diego Comic-Con, they asked if I wanted to do some covers for them as they dug my work while having no idea who I was. This is the guy that drew the freaking original comic that put IDW. That's sad, you guys. That's how bad it's gotten. And this is going to lead into the whole reason for Drama Alert tonight. It's gotten that bad that the people running these companies don't know the history of comics. They don't know the history of comics. I feel like it's probably, and we're going to talk more about this. We're going to get in more about this as we continue on with the industry of comic shows. This is my main goal is to find out what is the culture like on the inside. That's my main thing. It's not the main thing we talk about there. That's what I always like talking to creators about, is what the culture is like on the inside. And it doesn't sound great right now, man. If IDW, who is already in a world of hurt, doesn't even know who Ben Templesmith is and what he's done for your company, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah,
it kind of goes back to what you're talking about when we got into the movies. I remember when Josh was telling us after he came back and seen, Thor, how bad it was. I was like, it can't be that bad. And I watched it. I was like, it's fucking even worse than when he explained. But what's that guy, Waki Takiti or whatever? And they were they don't read the source material. It's like they don't care. They don't.
What are you talking about? They don't care. They like to brag how they don't get stuff from the source material. That's when you know it's a bad sign.
And it's going so well for them right now.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Nick G for posting this. Shout out to Nick G. Just because I follow Nick G, I was lucky enough to see this post, and I immediately followed this guy. I don't know much about him, but I'm going to learn about this guy. And we're going to go on a wild roller coaster of a video content creation, okay? You guys ready for this? This is absolutely amazing. This is what happens when comic companies don't know who writers, who wrote the comics before them, and don't know the history of comics. I want to see your guys' reaction to this, and it's 10 minutes long, but it's worthy of it. Check this out. This is amazing.
All right, there, Torpedo Maniacs. Steve Says Boom fans.
This guy's name's Steve Says Boom. Okay.
I'm going to talk about something today. I'm not selling anything. It's not a promo. Something a little bit more down to earth, a little bit more personal. But I have received in the last couple of weeks the same questions again and again coming through my DMs. People asking me, from all age groups, curious as to why I have an incredible amount of passion for older material.
And you can tell that this guy's he's meaning what he's saying here. He means it so much that he's got the worst music playing in the background. Right? That's first thing I'm thinking when I'm watching this. This is kill the music, brother. Kill the music, right?
An incredible amount of knowledge, which means obviously I read and read and read and read.
I'm going to rewind it.
And then there's nothing going on today. I have no interest. Characters annoy me. And they're like, how can this happen? Because I think maybe some of you guys, maybe you younger guys are thinking that this is going to happen to you in the future. You're probably a little worried about it. It's extremely funny because when I first started reading comics, in the first comic shop that opened up in my town, in Southend, back in England.
Hold on, now I'm starting to like the cheesy music all of a sudden. What's going on here?
I came across someone that was extremely jaded, bitter and angry. And I remember I picked up Secret Wars #1. And he looked at me, he was about 30-ish. I'm 17, by the way, at that time. He was in his 30s. He looked at me and goes, why are you reading that? I was like, well, it looks really good. Look at all these characters, and wow, I've never read these guys before. And he was like, it's just a corporate way to make you buy toys. I remember looking at him and thinking, oh my God, you're a soulless dead person. I don't want to speak to you. I want to get away from you as fast as possible because you're...
Instantly right here, I'm thinking, okay, cheesy music. I know where this is going. This is going to go to don't tell us how to write comics and this and that. And it's not meant for you. It's meant for somebody else. You need to learn to love it. Da, da, da.
You're dampening my enthusiasm for everything right now. Get away from me. Promised myself that I would never be that person. So that's 1984. So from 1984 up through 1994, my peak years, purchasing all the brand new materials coming out.
There we go.
And buying back issues by the boatload. Issues like this are the reason why. Okay? Marvel 2-in-1, 53. Project Pegasus begins. Ralph Macchio is and Mark Grunwald are the writers. John Byrne and Joe Sinnott, artists. This issue itself has 4 different footnotes to 4 different comic stories. I would read those footnotes, I'd go and buy them.
He's hooked me. I'm hooked.
Because the writers...
He's telling me the history.
Knew their continuity more than I could possibly imagine. They were incredibly well versed in their history.
And now the music's kicking
also
ass.
Talented in the way that they could plot. And very talented in the way they could make me want to read what they're writing. So the little flashbacks and footnotes help the story. They're not a burden. They don't stop everything. I didn't cry and moan. Go, whoa, why do I have to read Captain America 217? Didn't even enter my mind. It was like, oh wow, I wonder if I'm ever going to get that issue. Because remember, I'm back in England. I'm not in America where everything was available. So, I must admit, I did probably get a little bit too carried away, a little bit too much of a fanatic. I didn't do anything else but hit the gym and buy comics. And pretty soon I was able to put together a near complete Marvel Universe collection. And I was always reading, I was entering, I was making notes, I was reading all indexes, official handbooks of the Marvel Universe, character guides. Yeah, it was that bad.
Fucking hail.
And then for me personally, Heroes Reborn came along, and that was the first time that I basically, it was a punch in the gut for me, taking away my continuity that I had been following non-stop since 1984, replacing it with something which was, in my opinion, utter tripe, disgusting.
Listen to that music getting louder.
Note to all you Marvel creators, editors, powers that be, it just takes one little thing to stop someone from being a fanatic. That storyline broke me. After that I realized that my Marvel Universe had gone. Now of course they tried to bring it back in 1998, you know, but after that it was never the same again. And then slowly but surely, things got bigger and bigger, more and more titles, and then more and more characters I'd had no interest in. And then of course, the most important thing is, when I began to read issues as a quote expert in the genre, writers who didn't know as much as I did were writing on those books. So they were making continuity errors, characterization errors. So I'd be reading an issue and something would happen halfway through. It would stop my story. I'd go, why is the character doing this? It's impossible. For example,
here we go.
Years ago, there was a story.
Where's Hood?
I don't know. I think it's Donny Cates, where. Well, yeah, I think it's Donny Cates, where they use the Black Bolt's screaming voice to destroy Celestials.
Look at that anger.
Celestials.
Pure disgust.
Black Bolt could scream for 1,000 years. They wouldn't even know he was there.
Game changer right there. He won me over with that comment right there and how he said that. Let me replay that.
Black Bolt could scream for 1,000 years. They wouldn't even know he was there. That there was a failure from the editor, the writer, and everyone involved. The editor should have immediately have called him and said, Celestials are a different power level. Black Bolt wouldn't work like that in the story.
For the encore.
Now, one, they didn't care, or they didn't know because they're unqualified. Maybe they worked as a barista in Starbucks and they knew someone, ended up working as an assistant editor and then an editor. And when that story came past them, they're like, oh, that looks cool to me. You think that would have gone through in Jim Shooter's day? Bob Harris's day? Tom DeFalco's day? Roy Thomas's day?
Look at that.
No.
No.
So, I stopped reading that book immediately.
This is awesome, bro.
I read it a couple of course, we all know that the story that ended everything for me was Original Sin.
Yes, it was. Preach, brother.
The biggest pile of tripe.
Dog shit.
That's ever been produced. Ever.
Garbage.
By any publishing company.
Ever.
In the history of the world. the Watcher's eye.
The Watcher's eye. The fucking Watcher.
A being of that power that can traverse the universe in a blink of an eye.
Exactly.
Like this. Killed by Nick Fury.
Nick fucking Fury. I agree, brother. That's why I bring you to these people today to show you continuity is fucking dead, you guys. It is no more. It is absolutely gone. This guy hit it on the head. He continues this video talking about how shitty the editors are, the writers are. What are they doing? And I agree. The Watcher should have never been fucked with. Once you started killing unkillable beings, you jumped the shark. And you lost me.
Well, so a lot of the chat people were saying, like, isn't this the guy from Torpedo? I'm pretty sure he's a big person in Torpedo.
He is.
I don't think he's the owner, or he might be. I think he's like a high
drummer
from System of a Down, right?
Yeah.
But I think he's a high level like manager or something like that.
Well,
he needed some more onions though to get those tears out.
He is fascinating. That was such a dude. The fucking music in the background went from being really cheesy, and I thought it was gonna be. I didn't know who this guy was. That's my bad.
I think it's all one song. I think it's the Pulp Common People or whatever it is.
And then people commenting about the way he talks. He always talks like that. If you've never heard him, like with the pauses and everything. So I don't think he was like saying it to the music, but that's how he always talks.
You can tell he's fucking 80s metal too, bro. Early
yeah,
metal.
So it's actually someone in the chat. I had said the Undertaker really slimmed down.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty good.
Looks like Tony, a little bit like Tony Fix, huh?
Tony Fix on steroids?
Yeah. Here he is meeting Jim Lee and as Thor. Okay, maybe this guy isn't as cool as I thought. No, I'm just joking. He's fucking really cool because he knows the power of the Watcher and how cheesy that was when that happened. I don't know, man. I really think, I hope he's not Rob Halford. I think he's right fucking on though, dude. I think he's right on. The writers are garbage, bro. Like they're doing things that the continuity to me was always the coolest part. Was that the coolest part? I mean, maybe it wasn't the coolest part. Maybe the art was always the coolest part, and then when I got older, the writing was the coolest part, but the continuity always held me there. Like I always wanted to learn more and
where you have a ground level, right? Of like, hey, this is like he says, it's like the history, right? And then it's really cool that, you know, if a writer and editor like have the research knowledge down, they can make throwbacks like without making it cheesy, and then tie it into like their current storyline. Or if they do have footnotes that connect to like other books, you know, where it's actually relevant and not just saying.
Donny
like,
Cates did that, didn't he? Didn't he always have footnotes in his stories?
Yeah, he would. He brought him back, but he also did things that I don't know. Anyways, I just feel like the continuity was always so important. You know, I think that's why my favorite books are like my favorite storylines are so continuity based and heavy. My favorite storylines in comics ever are Kingdom Come and Green Lantern Rebirth. Those are the two storylines that like I remember reading them, and after reading them was so excited, and like I'd never had comics. There's a good comic when you read it. Those were like exceptional. And they were because I knew the continuity. I knew, you know, the storylines of Hal and the storylines of you know, him and Oliver, and I knew the storylines of, you know, Golden Age stuff, and I loved researching all the Easter eggs in Kingdom Come. Like that continuity was so cool to me.
Hey, Brian, the Rebirth series you're talking about for GL, was that the one that came out around like 2006?
Yep, yeah. 2006. Ethan Van Sciver and Jeff Johns.
Yeah, that cover just Beautiful.
Ethan Van Sciver, top 3 comic artists for me. Because of the Green Lantern stuff. Jeff Johns is top 3 comic writers to me because of the Green Lantern stuff. That whole universe was great, and it was great because of the continuity. And I just feel like they shit on that nowadays. And I feel like the writers who were kind of about that might realize that and might be like, you know what, we're going to go start something new because we know that. Because they shit all over that, maybe. Isn't Jeff Johns starting a whole new thing over at Image, right? Or not at Image, is it at Image? What's the imprint that he has that did Geiger? And
Geiger is that is Image.
Yeah, Mad Ghost or something like that. And he's he's trying to do a thing that Image did, when they brought a bunch of great creators over there. Create a world with continuity. Ghost Machine? Is that what it is? Shout out to Nemesis Prime in the chat. So, very interesting, man. Shout out to that guy. Steve says boom. I apologize for not knowing how important you were. But, man, that was fucking excellent. So, you deserve a follow for that. Hopefully you're not into butt rock, but from the looks of it, you might be into a little bit of butt rock. So it's all good though. So.
Butt rock or S&M? I can't tell.
S&M's cooler than butt rock. I'll tell you that.
Well, he's from the UK, so I mean, he had to have grown up during a.
And he does live in Vegas, so I think it could go either. So it could still go either or, right?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's kind of rough wearing. There's a artist I love. A comedian I love, Big J Okerson, and I used to always make fun of him because he wore the same shit that we wore like in the early 2000s, that like metal dudes wore in the early 2000s, like the chain wallet, the sagging Dickies shorts. Or big jean shorts, super long shirt. Like he wore the gloves and stuff. It was like I used to make fun of him because he was stuck in that age, and it's like, man, sometimes when you get stuck in those ages, you gotta rock out with your cock out, dude.
But you're saying like you either just own it, dude. Yeah. You just own it, or you like completely
You own it like this. You fucking own it. You own that shit. So, shout out to Steve says boom.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get into what everybody wants to talk about tonight. What is going on between Journos and fucking Rad? What do we got going here, dude? This is gotten out of hand. And there is a couple of things that I think that we definitely have to say before we crack jokes about it. There are some pretty fucked up things going on, and I don't know if I want to. I thought I saved a picture, but maybe I didn't. So basically, I guess these guys have a history, and if you guys don't know, we talk about both of them pretty heavy. I think Journo's a really good dude. Journo's Comics, he's been on YouTube for a long time. OG he's very opinion based, right? Yeah, a lot of people. I think Journo's like a love or hate type guy. You love his opinion, or you don't, or you hate his opinion. And I'm gonna bring up his page so you guys know who I'm talking about. Shout out to all the YouTube content creators out there. Journo's Comics. Been here a long time. Been doing it for a long time. Did comic book canon. Also, he was doing that comic book canon show for a while too. This guy has been creating content for a long time. There's comic book canon. Really good show. We've collaborated on things in the past. I've talked to Journo on the phone many times. If you guys know me, I talk about it a lot. I'm a phone guy. I like to I like the fact that if you're somebody that I want to chat more to or something, I like the fact that I can call you on the phone and talk to you. Sometimes text, it's hard to deal with emotion through text. So it's just easier to talk to somebody or jumping on a StreamYard with somebody, you know. That's just easier for me. I want to be able to read it so I don't go crazy. So I've talked to Journo many times on the phone. He hit me up when all the shit was going down with Renovision and CBSI and all that bullshit, and you know, we talked long about that. You know, I think Journo is a good dude, and I think that he's very opinionated though. And if you don't like him, you know, you don't like him. I get it. I don't know what the backstory is between these two guys. Fucking Rad is another great content creator in my opinion. I talk about him all the time on IG. He's on IG. He does really good IG live sales, and he's always putting out cool stuff. He's into old school punk rock, which I like. Just a good comic dude. Dude had a killer. Did you see this, Josh? The foreign variants that he pulled from a collection. Oh my God, this guy's an old school comic, you know, collection guy. He goes and gets collections and he sells collections. He slangs books. That's what Jesse James calls slanging. He's slanging. So that's and you know what? Chris does the same thing. Chris does sales. He buys collections. I think, you know, that's a lot of his content was based on that. He's an old school guy that, you know, would buy collections to fund his love for Amazing Spider-Man, you know, full run, or Star Wars books or whatever, you know, like most of us. That's where most of us got to start. We got into this to, you know, sell books to buy grails type of stuff. So basically they get into it, right? And it gets pretty out of hand. And Journos puts out a live IG talking about this, basically saying, I'm not going to play it all. I'm not going to play it because, you know, I don't want to play it all. But so I'm just going to, you know, tell you what he says. He basically says, from the way I took it, that, hey, if you have a problem with me, hit me up. Let's figure it out. You know, if it turns into something, it is what it is, but I don't want it to turn into something, you know? I want to figure it out. Like and he keeps on saying this, I'm an old man. I don't want to get into a fight, but you know, there is something about being able to call somebody or being able to meet somebody for lunch or something, I guess. And I guess there is also probably a little bit of machismo in this. Let's be honest, you guys. Both of these guys are men, ultimately. And what do when we feel like somebody's taking a shot at us? We instantly amp it up. We amp it up because that's in our nature. It's just how long you stay amped up for that makes it right or wrong, in my opinion, right? And how to try and figure it out. So, you know, Journo's probably feeling a little bit of a way, and he's also probably throwing in there a little bit of like, hey, if it turns into something else, it turns into something else. But at least, you know, we can try and talk it out. I would hope these two guys could talk it out. I don't know what the behind the scenes stuff is all this.
Yeah, what started all this?
Yeah, I have.
That's what I was trying to understand. Like,
yeah, like I don't even know. This came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, what's the event that started the fight, I guess, and then, or the disagreement, and then, like, why is it escalating to this level?
Yeah.
And then I don't understand, because it's just like, at this point, it's just like attacks at each other, right? And then, because like he even said that in the video, like he's like, yeah, I realized I stooped to this level or whatever, and I don't, you know, I'm not saying like one person is right over the other, because I have no idea what the context is.
Yeah, he does say that. He said, you know, I stooped to the level, and it's because of, like I said, we're men. We feel that as soon as we feel like somebody's coming at us sideways. What's that saying? You know, I always love that saying from when I was a kid. You come at me sideways, I'm gonna come at you sideways, right? That's just the way it is, and
right.
But we're gonna do that. So, but at some point, I would hope, if it isn't too bad, I like both these guys. I think they're both cool comic historians, comic fans. you know, I hope it can be cool. But something did happen that really got out of hand that I want to talk about. That is, I usually leave this comic drama alert stuff for like not like this stuff if I can help it, but there's certain things that you have to call out at some point, right? And you have to say like, this is beyond cool. It's beyond the internet. Like, this is the things that you don't do. These are big no-nos. If you can be a tough guy and talk shit on the internet, then you need to realize that there are what's the word I'm looking for? There are certain rules. There are rules inside baseball, we'll call it, right? So one of them being
there's certain boundaries.
Yes, there's certain boundaries. Yes.
Yeah.
One of them being this recent post about this whole thing that is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to try and take the words out of it because you'll understand why here. This is silly. All right, here we go. This is the type of bullshit that we don't condone, and when it happens, we call it out immediately. Whoever this guy is, I'm not going to say his name. He commented and he added Journo's work. He added Journo's, the people that put money in Journo's kids' mouths. He added them and says, "Is this one of your teachers trying to meet people and fight them? Maybe it's time to rescind any job offers." You don't do that shit. That's like to me, that type of shit is an instant I don't respect you anymore type thing.
I mean, yeah, where it's like the level of doxing someone, right?
Yes.
Yes. Like, yeah, where it's like kind of like, hey, it's all fun and games until like you're affecting someone's livelihood.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the one that gets put in the cell block and you find out he's a child molester, and then everyone's like, we don't want that guy around.
Exactly, that type of stuff. Guy? Yeah. This is the type of stuff that none of us want, right? You can't condone this because if it happens to you, I worked with this guy that was a good friend of mine. I looked at him as like a mentor. He was an older engineer and he'd been there for years, but he was really set in his ways and he was so anti-cannabis. And at the time, my brother was going through cancer and cannabis was saving his life, right? And I remember saying to him, you can sit here and stand on your soapbox and be so staunch anti-cannabis because it's a law, having never tried it, nothing. But when it affects somebody in your life and it helps them, it'll change your opinion like that. When somebody's in your life might be saved because of it, you're going to be the first one trying it. I'm telling you that. And it's sure as shit it fucking happened. So this is the type of karma that none of us want this shit. This isn't the type of shit that we want anybody to have to go through. It's stupid. People say, stupid internet shit. You have to be prepared
for it.
You have to be prepared for it. You're right, because there are spurgs on the internet.
You're right. You have to realize that as much as people don't like that, if you have a job, like if being your boss isn't your job, then you should probably watch what you say on the internet, because there are people that will do that shit to you. As much as it sucks, that's just welcome to the world. Like, that's a thing.
I agree. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that the people that do this shit is shitty.
It's shitty.
Oh shit, I have to go. I have to erase the last 3 years. Somehow I still have a job, so I guess I must be doing a good job. So.
I know, dude. I've gotten calls from like headhunters, and they'll be like, "Yeah, man, this is a perfect place for you, and they're gonna pay you this much." And I'm like, "Send me more information on it. We'll see." And I know they go look at my shit. They look me up, and they're like, "Yep, not gonna happen. You're hitting a 6-foot bong."
Easy to find when it gets in social media because
you're
right.
Which is a scary thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because all it takes is a simple Google search to see like the person's history. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like, there's so many of us that are our age that thought the internet was the internet. You could put anything on the internet. It doesn't stay there forever.
It stays there forever.
You know, what is this guy that put out shit talking shit about Journo have in his past? What if we went to his employer? You know what I mean? Just because you don't show your face on your avatar doesn't mean people can't find out who you are.
Well, I mean, it's William Wallace, so we can never really take away his freedom.
That is fucking poetic, brother. Holy shit, I didn't realize that. That is...
You know, he doesn't make it in the end, so...
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderworld says, even 6-year-old review bombs. Lol. I like you got a sense of humor, brother. Oh, man. Yeah,
we don't know how it started.
Yeah, we don't know how it started, but this is dumb. This is stupid. Don't do this shit. Don't. It's okay to get involved in a little verbal sparring and joking on people, but don't go getting into their fucking, like, if they're not fully into it. I don't, but that's a weird thing. That's the other thing. You have to look at it from the other angle. Hey, you're a public figure. You're a public figure, right? If you're on, I gotta fault myself sometimes where I'm like, hey, if you're on YouTube and Instagram, you're fair game, right? You say that all the time.
Teacher.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a teacher and stuff like that, I mean, I know there's other content creators that are teachers, and then they limit, like, how much they're on, like, YouTube or whatever, or what they're even doing. Like, the one that comes to mind is, like, Gary Nesser, right?
Yeah.
Like, he watches, like, how much he's drinking, like, on camera and stuff like that, because he knows he's around impressionable minds.
Yeah.
And, like, people, like, students have found him on the internet when he was just, doing his comic thing. But,
I know.
Yeah.
I know teachers on Facebook that don't even use their real names as their profiles. Like, it's just fake names because, they don't.
Have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not supposed to use fake names?
Yeah. Well, I'm just calling out bullshit when I see it, and this is bullshit. This is fucking garbage to me. There's certain lines that you can't cross, I guess, is the way I put it. But
Dennis, we don't tell everyone about that.
But at the same time, there are those things out there that are like, what's the best way to put it? That aren't lines that you should cross, but sometimes they get crossed, and you have to expect that they're going to get crossed in certain situations, right? And
yeah, I mean, I think Josh said it.
Josh hit it on the head.
If you put it out there, you kind of have to expect it. But I think to your point, Brian, like, there's burning bridges and there's napalming them.
Yes.
And this is the latter.
Yeah. Well, I hope that nothing happens to this. I think Journos is a good dude. I think he means well. I think whatever happened between him and fucking Rad can be squashed, and I think they're both, cool comic dudes, and I like what they do. I call out their stuff all the time. So, ultimately, it's very interesting, man, because the beef has just been, it's been aplenty lately, and I'm really hoping, I would love to get Sticky Goose on this fucking drama alert, because Sticky Goose is always ripe for some drama. He's always ready for it. Have you guys seen this? This is a recent video from Sticky Goose that we watched last night after the Hot 10 that absolutely blew me away.
Oh, hey. I must have not seen or heard you come in. This is Nice Guys Comics again, coming at you just with another video of transparency. Another transparency video showing you behind the scenes of our next mystery box. So I wanted to be completely transparent, and I'm going to finish this video because I'm such a nice guy of just telling you about some books that I love to read. But first things first, I have to be transparent because I'm such a nice guy. And the first...
So if you guys don't know, this is a takeoff on Bryan's Comics. Right? So this is him trying to, what's the word that they use like at Saturday Night Live when they do these things?
Like when you see reenacting the character, like, did you guys see the Deion Sanders last week?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here we go. Let's continue. So now you guys know who he's parodying. Yeah, he's parodying. Yep, thank you. Satire. There we go. Satire and parody. And up the down 7 is right. Back to nonsense.
First thing I always do is I always show the grand prize, which is Oak 181, not 0.8 white pages, no big deal. Well, I'm going to box this up in front of you guys and show you exactly that this is for real. Okay? Always use painter's tape because my shipping labels and all my shipping is always on point. Now, that one's already boxed up. Now, some of the other stuff, everybody gets, a mystery box. A lot of people do different mystery boxes, but mine are always the most trustworthy and reliable because, I always give the best grand prizes and I'm always transparent. One of the big things that you should be collecting is Magnus Robot Fighter number 5 and a qualified label. Okay.
And a qualified label. So what do you guys think? Does he hit it on the head? Does he sound like Bryan from Bryan's Comics?
I've never watched like a full one of his videos, but the ones I have, yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Ton of research, and even then there's so much nuance to it that it's just not the purpose of this video. This video, the purpose is to look at 5 books that are great books to target when we hit that bottom or when we get closer to.
He's got a little bit of it.
You can go buy them on my website.
Yeah.
I mean, on the Magnus Fighter thing, number 5.
I mean, that's second.
Number 5.
But first, I always have to show, because I'm completely transparent and I'm such a nice guy, that I'm boxing it up and doing it correctly.
So he's throwing some heat at Bryan's Comics, I guess.
He's kind of like the Limp Bizkit of the comic book community. He's always starting junk, and the problem is he just keeps getting so much attention because of it. It makes me mad. But anyway, that's besides the point. I gotta get back to sorting these mystery boxes. Did I tell you guys I'm a super nice guy? Yeah, I think I told you guys. But again, these are just some of the prizes in these mystery boxes. This one I'm going to increase the price a little bit because of just how big the great prize is.
Target.
But can't get one? Try to get one in my mystery box. But without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to Snickle Fritz.
Hey, thanks to Nice Guys Comics for sending you my way. We've got a beautiful board here. It's a whiteboard special. You know I'm serious when
I couldn't figure this one out at first. I had to go read comments to figure this one out. You guys know who this is supposed to be?
Yeah, we were watching it yesterday. So
Wait, don't answer. Yeah, don't answer.
Yeah.
Do you guys know?
I gotta watch some more to...
Talking whiteboard special here on Snickle Fritz Comics. Okay, so with me with the whiteboard, I always break it down because I'm Midwest nice. All right, I'm super Midwest nice. Oh, by the way, buy my comic book, okay? Because I'm a nice guy, just like Nice Guys Comics, okay? The thing I want to talk about today, all right, if you stay with me, is the Comic Book Index Fund, okay? Now, Nice Guy Comics talk.
Is Snickle Fritz Comics a real guy?
I think I know who it's supposed to be.
Because it says, what a legend, South Park's levels of parody. See, this is what it says. I came for the sticky and stay for the goose. I'm a fan of Bryan and Swag's content. Is that supposed to be Swaggle House?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, because I remember like Swag has like I was thinking of the index piece, but I don't.
Is it Swag that does it? Shout out to Swag. Swag's one of the fucking nicest guys in fucking comics, dude. Swag's the
I like Swag.
Homie.
And it makes sense that it's him because Bree made his video about his book, and then Swaggle House made a video about
they've done content with each other. They collabed on content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it makes sense.
Stocks, investments, stocks, index funds as well. But over on my channel, Snickle Fritz Comics, we talk about comic book index fund. Okay, so this is a graph. Okay, this is a y-axis. This is the x-axis. Okay, so a lot of comic book collectors are over leveraged. Can you say that with me? Over leveraged. So what I'm going to display, what I'm going to show, I got to calm down. I get a little overheated. Oh wait, buy my comic book. Okay, this right here.
Is it Shortbox? Shortbox works for Swaggle. Swaggle House does stuff with Shortbox.
Is the index fund. Okay, so as we go to the right, okay, on the index.
How can you be mad at Swaggle House, dude? How can you? Swaggle House is like. I don't know how you could be mad at Swag House. I get why you could be mad with Rise Comics, but not Swag.
X-axis, okay, that's over leveraged. I said that already. Over here, and I don't know if you can see this in the way. Shortbox, buy from Shortbox. Over here, this is fun. Okay, on the y-axis. Now, follow me here. This is a very important point, and you're going to miss it if you don't stay with me here. Okay, this is inversely proportional. Okay, as you over leverage, you have more fun. Okay, a lot of comic book collectors, most comic book collectors. And I'm Midwest Nice, by the way. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Buy my comic book. Okay. So this right here is where bridge, but hey, board there, it's messy right here. Okay. I want you guys to be all in this area right here. Okay. Because if you're not here, you're gonna be down here. And you're gonna be under leverage. The people down here that are under leverage, they're down in two groups. Okay. There's two groups down here where people are under leverage, and I'll show them to you right here. Okay. And you could probably see what's going on here. There's a group here. Okay, in the group that went way too high, over leveraging too quickly. Okay, and then there's another group here, and they go all the way down. Okay, on the other spectrum. Okay, all the way on the other spectrum of the fun scale, where they're having negative fun. Okay, they're having less fun, negative. Back over to Nice Guys Comics. All right, take care.
All right, thanks, Snickle Fritz Comics. That was weird that we're wearing the same clothes and shirt and stuff. Huh, weird. But oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the 5 books that I love reading, and the 5 books that always are guaranteed to sell every single time. Okay, the 5 books that I love reading are Avengers #1. I love that book. Oh yeah, I love reading Wildcats #1. That's a great one, and they always sell. Oh yeah, I love reading the Max #1. It's a super great story that
That's where we're going, you guys. Skits. I like it. I'm for it.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Dude, I can't wait to see a skit of us now.
Yeah. Hey, at one point we had
use puppets.
That'd be awesome, bro. Great. Topher, I tried to get Topher to do that puppet. He did that crazy puppet back in the day, and I told Topher he needs to do more of that puppet. It was fucking funny, dude. I just didn't have the time or ability to edit it and get him to do it, man. But if he would have done that puppet and done shit with that puppet, it would have been fucking hilarious.
We were trying to get him and the puppet to do the Prospect 10 for a long time. Like, he was contributing to like where he was nominating books, voting, participating, and we're like, hey man, like, you know, all this stuff is recorded. Like, you know, if you want to do the puppet, like, that's cool with us. And then it just didn't work out on the schedule, I think is what happened.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. It's just scheduling. So, but that's how we do it, you guys. On the comic drama alert. Thanks for hanging out with us, ladies and gentlemen. Let's let our boy David Lee Roth send us back.
Can you hear me out there? Hey man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
Classic David Lee Roth, OG. All right. Man, comic drama takes a lot out of me. But I always got enough time to go over FOC. Let's take a look at our boy Lefteros. By the way, if you guys aren't following Cover Price on IG, there's a problem. They've been putting out some of the best reels and content about great books, right up the alley of a lot of community members in this community. If you like the Almost 10 and you like the type of stuff that Stein shows you, if you like the crazy books that we love to show you on this channel, they hit it out of the park over there at Cover Price, man. It's absolutely, I mean, look at some of this shit. Let me show you some of this. This is crazy. You go to their reels section, right? And this guy kills it. Men in Black, #1, the Fright comic, the Underworld's.
I've been loving these reports.
Yeah, the Shager reports. This Amazing Fantasy 1000. I mean, they're just killing it, dude. This book, the first Kachu and Francine. I always talk about this book, bro, and I never have owned it. Never have even seen it. So you guys should definitely go. Here we go. The wine book from Walking Dead. They have great music. So whoever's doing this over there needs a raise. They're doing a good job. Keep it up. Cover Price killing it. All right, let's go find Lefteros. Boy Lefteros.
I know he was in the chat earlier.
Oh, yeah. All right. We got some FOC selections for the week of October 23rd. Brought to you by our boy Lefteros Comics. Starting off, what is this? American Psycho #1 cover K, a special second look variant. It's interesting. There you go. Be on the lookout if you guys are fans of the first covers. Animal Pound Ashcan. Ashcan strictly limited to its initial print run and never to be printed again. Yeah. But it is by a story by Tom King. Shout out to Tom King.
Pass.
What is this about? Let's see. Let's see here.
Dog just looking at it.
It sounds exactly like, what was that other book? Animal Castle?
Oh, no. So it's about Animal Farm?
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
And I
over
agree
again.
with you, Nate. If I see a dog
like
is going to
that.
be hurt in a movie,
I
I
wouldn't-
won't go see that movie. I'm out. Peace.
Like, I wouldn't buy that cover just because.
Yep. Nope. No, thank
Does,
you.
who else hears a Sarah McLachlan song? Yeah.
Me. Yes, I do.
In the arms of an angel.
G.I. Joe, Real American Hero #1, of course, the reprint. Way to
It's
go.
unedited dialogue. Ooh.
Oh, I like that. We'll see what that is.
It would be nice if it was a foil. At least it'd be different.
Well, don't worry. We've got a really badass cover for 301. coming
Yeah,
out.
see, that one I like.
Yeah.
And I love,
This-
the first thing that struck for me was Storm Shadow being on the tank.
Hell yeah, with the Joes.
Because it just stands out so much from all the other Joes. They still basically has the Cobra outfit on.
The coolest thing in the cartoon for me was when Storm Shadow went to the Joes and he changed his uniform. He changed into version 2 of Storm Shadow. That was my favorite time period of G.I. Joe cartoons.
It's just amazing that if you were reading the comics at that time, like you could understand so much more depth about actually what was going on, like and why he was with Cobra.
Yeah. Yep. The famous Arashikage tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible Hulk #6, first appearance and cover of the Zombie Ghost Rider by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Philip Kennedy Johnson's a badass writer. Shout out to Legion of Comics, who is doing an amazing cancer fundraising right now with Comics Killing Cancer, I believe. Is that what it is? And
I saw you post something about that. Is there a way to help with that, or like
there is, and I'm going to talk about it after
Okay.
FOC in a big way. Yep.
Good.
So, yeah, Nick Klein cover art too.
I like the
Says
new
here.
Hulk. I like the horror, the way that they've been going about it.
Yeah, the darker.
It's different. Yeah,
Yep.
it's cool.
So it's back to the roots of the Immortal Hulk kind of storyline.
Yep.
I may be like the only person. Like I feel like when we get tortured over this, I just never got into Immortal Hulk. I tried. And I would pick up issues, and people loved it. I think this one to me is more horror.
Okay.
I like this storyline more than I do Immortal. I may just need to sit back down and actually go through and just read Immortal like all the way through, but maybe I just need another COVID year so I can do that like I did with the old Turtles and G.I. Joe.
Right.
Here's hoping for Pestilence. So.
Yeah. Moving on. Actually, I want to read something real quick. It says here, Incredible Hulk number 6. This is from Left Rose. He says, my selection of the week from one of my favorite titles running by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein. Enter Zombie Ghost Rider. This looks every bit as cool as it sounds, and we will see this new version of Ghost Rider for at least 3 issues.
Don't you think that version looks better than Cosmic Ghost Rider? Like, to me, I think Ghost Rider, I'm like, a zombie would be much better than,
How do you
in outer space?
But
yeah, right. Because I don't think Ghost Rider is an outer space thing. I think like zombie, like that would make more sense.
He's like a skeleton though, so how do you make him a zombie? Like, how do you make him look like a zombie?
Don't be ridiculous, Josh. Come on.
I'm just saying,
flesh, like dying flesh. Still
how do you make him come? How do you make
so then magically now he's gonna have.
How do you make him
decaying flesh
space in the galaxy? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean
I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's not real. So.
We're talking about fictional characters.
I get it, but zombie ghosts, I don't know.
They all kind of go together, don't they?
I still want to know how fire works in space, like as a cosmic ghost.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, right.
Moving on.
Powered by rocket fuel, right?
Philadelphia number 31. First appearance of Johnny Gatlin and backup story prologue. Spawn appearance also. And there's your Spawn cover by Jason Alexander. And you got art by Simon Krudansky in this.
I like the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Says here, the Spawn crossover would be reason enough to feature this issue, but beyond that, it features a backup story with what appears to be a prologue to the upcoming Johnny Gatlin series. So... And then, look at this Sway cover. Oh, listen, you guys. We are going to show you how artists can just knock it out of the park on one thing and then another thing just make you go, right? Sway killed this Captain Marvel number 2 cover. Absolutely beautiful. The trade dress is great. The whole layout of it is awesome. Then you got the Howard the Duck Scotty Young variant.
Yeah, that's funny. I like both of those.
Yeah. So, yeah. Very, very cool stuff.
I like the black and white with the Howard the Duck.
Yeah, what's the picture? What's the bubble of?
Is it just censored?
I can't tell.
It looks like it's just like censored words.
Like
like all the symbols.
Yeah. Where it's like a cuss word or whatever.
Yeah, I'm getting rained on.
All right, let's end this FOC segment out by checking out our boy at Economics and Comics, Billy's bundles page, which I love to go through because it just makes it easy for me. So I'll give him a shout out every time. He puts out great content too on YouTube. All right, we've got this Secret Wars Battle World number 1. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World number 1. That's interesting. It's got a great cover. The Sway cover, the Harley Quinn Art Germ cover. You've got Ejikuri Spider-Woman and Momoko Foil Spider-Gwen. Look at this Nick Klein wraparound cover. Wow.
That looks cool.
That's gnarly.
It just amazes me, like Momoko, like some stuff looks okay, and then some stuff looks like, wow.
Yeah. Look at that Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Blood, Perillo.
Yeah. Perillo.
Wow. Spider-Gwen JTC negative space variant. Here's the other version of that G.I. Joe one shot. But you got Storm Shadow on that tank too. Look at that.
Well, it's the Cobra because Major Blood, Baroness, Destro. It's the his tank.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be on the Cobra one. Well, he should, but he shouldn't. Whoa, look at this EM
Firefly on there.
Mystique. Holy
That's
cow. Mystique is blowing up right now, man. Her first appearances have been going crazy.
When you guys showed that on Wednesday, I couldn't believe that book went for $1,200.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the Captain Marvel 18.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
I just with everything being beaten down, I'm like that goes for $1,200. Is it 9.8?
Parker Leases, I heard someone says Momoko flipped out at NYCC. I low-key heard that too. That too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't think she's just from here in the past. I don't think she's a big fan of big crowd. So
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I think that's probably tough for her.
And she's had some bullshit happen to her before too. That's plus they run. Listen, I'm gonna say this because I was there and it was a complete catastrophe. Trinity Comics needs to figure out a better way to run the lines. Because the way that they do the lines for Peach is nothing but problems every time. There's always issues with Peach at cons, and I feel like it's people getting mad that they think they're standing in a line to get an autograph, and they find out, nope, you've been standing in a line for 3 hours for no reason. That type of shit. Anyways, here's the Momoko Nightmare variant for Spider-Gwen Smash #1.
See, I think that's cool.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's good.
I like all the
like
Nightmare
that.
variants.
I like that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
There's the Nakayama. Segoeva Superman Lost #8 variant. The Miles Morales #12. That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
The 1 in 25 of that Spider-Gwen Smash book. Because it was a Torque.
I'll have to find that. There's the Knock. Look at that. Todd Knock doing something different. Or maybe this is his new thing.
That's cool.
It's not a crappy head shot.
Yeah, he can actually show off some good art.
Oh,
Here's
and it's not just blinds.
Zero.
It's not just blinds too, blocking the character as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
Batman 140 Holiday Card Special Edition variant. Look at that. Red Sonja Linsner.
Yeah.
Kari Andrews, She-Hulk. There's the Battle World Todd Knott connecting. Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man 12 biomechanical suit variant. Marvel Zombie Black, White, and Blood #2. That's badass, dude.
I am so jaded because I don't think anything will ever beat the original Marvel Zombie covers.
I agree. 100%.
They're so, I know how you feel about said artist, but they are...
No, that's the reason why I'm so angry about what happened, because those Marvel Zombies covers and that art is some of my favorite comic art.
Yeah. There's never been another Marvel Zombie cover for any of the other series where I've been like, oh my god.
Yeah, that even match up to the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
The one series I do like is is Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness. I do like that set of covers.
Yeah, that was
Sidem did that.
That was around the same time. Yeah.
Sidem was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the zombie covers that Sidem does are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck #1 and the Incredible Hulk #6 Garson variant. Amazing Spider-Man 38. I'm starting to read the Amazing Spider-Man stuff. I'll let you know how it goes.
Very okay.
Which is the series where he's going crazy and he's like evil version of himself?
I honestly have just started reading I had a stack everything that was JRJR. I stopped reading. I couldn't do anymore, and so I finally had a stack, and I just started reading 2 issues ago. So
Nick Barucci says, "Yep, we were able to get Sidem for covers. You should check out the Army of Darkness current covers." By the way, I'm glad that Nick brought that up. The Army of Darkness stuff, that's the series that Tony Fleeks is doing, right? That looks amazing.
He is, yeah, because wasn't he trying to almost like make, I don't want to say it's wrongly, because the difference with the movies. Yes, right.
Yeah, man. And it's good. It's really good. I saw him on SNS, one of the shows that I still somewhat support over there. And it was very interesting what he's doing over there. And you guys know us. We're big fans of Tony Fleece. He's one of the good guys.
You know, he was actually in a show. I meant to ask you if you went, like, it was like a week before New York. He was down.
Yeah, the weekend before. Yeah, so I did get to hang out with Lobos and Tony for a while. The first thing I said to Tony was like, "They allowed you into Texas?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just walked in with a firm handshake and how's it going?"
And a cowboy hat and
or howdy, y'all. Yeah, with a howdy.
Look at this Dan Panosian Spawn cover, man. Cygor. Right?
I was so tempted to buy OA from Tony while he was in town.
Cheap. All right, let's keep going here. We've got the Philadelphia Matina cover, which is badass. Badass Spawn cover. Poison Ivy Trung Le Nguyen cover.
Yeah, can you click
cover.
on that? I want to see that.
I need to look at the better image of that. Hold on here. I can go all over the place. I need to go all over the place here for all my different comic images. Ooh, I like that. I don't like this part.
That's interesting.
But I like this part. Are you supposed to use this? You supposed to take this cover off and use it as a card?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, it's already got the scissor line on there for you.
Yeah.
Cut it right on.
Let's take a look at the Nakayama. Poison Ivy is always good covers, but lately, man, Nakayama's been killing it. Look at that. Terry Dodson, that's good. Ooh, that's the 1 in 25.
That's gotta be fun.
Wow. Yeah, it's good stuff. Excellent. I like
Nakayama's got some great stuff. I mean, like that Strange Academy ad with the who's the crazy lady from X-Men?
So that's the thing now, huh? DC holiday card
Mystique.
specials.
Mystique.
No, I was just thinking the first Marvel series on Disney Plus. Wanda.
Oh, Wanda.
Scarlet Witch. When he had the red.
Yeah. This will be a cool blank sketch variant to pick up. I love this. Geiger is a great series. This is a badass Bryan Hitch variant. Hopefully it's glow in the dark.
Oh, didn't you get an Ashcan for that?
Yeah, I
During
did. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Dutch, Batman and Robin, Finch, Hyperspace Stories number 11. I mean, Red Sonja. Just let's go over the amazing. Let's go over look at the variants on the Red Sonja stuff. What? I always got to search 10 different places. Am I not seeing it? There it is. Beautiful Perillo. I gotta reach out to Perillo and Cohen about I told them I'd wait till after New York Comic Con, and then I'd hit them up, see what if they can send me out my the original stuff that I bought. Bjorn Barons, Gorgeous. Again, Dynamite goes overboard on variants, but I'm okay with it because they're good. That's Linksr.
It's hard to pick out which ones to buy though.
I know.
Or which ones are gonna. It's almost like a gamble, right? Like
Yeah.
or like
Look
a roulette table. Like let me just throw out some chips and see which ones hit.
I'm guessing that's Frism.
Yeah, 1 in 10. Classic. Frank Thorne. Cosplays are the cosplays. You know, there's a fan base for that.
I think I like the Lisner one the best out of all those.
I like the Perilla one the best. Yeah. It's good shit. I want to see what the Ultraviolet looks like, but it's not there. Because it's right there! Conan the Barbarian, 3rd printing. Wolverine number 39. Dune, House of Harkonnen. Sensational She-Hulk. It's kind of interesting. Ivan Tao. Spider-Gwen. There's the Battle World. I like those. Saturday morning.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Moon Knight. That's interesting. I like this. Mortal X-Men 17. Captain Marvel 2. Mortal X-Men is supposed to be good. I'm going to do my best to start reading more. Just because that guy, that guy's speech really got to me. Avengers Inc. Spider-Man Gang War First Strike. Spider-Man 2 variant. Wesley Dodds Sandman. I heard that's really good. Hyperspace Stories 11 of 12. The Nord variant. That's cool. That's great looking right there. That's cool looking too. From Massive. We got to figure out what's going on with Massive. We got to get those guys in here. Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. A lot of people talking about that. There's more goodies for it.
I'll be amazed if that ever becomes a show like it's supposed to.
Yeah. Wheel of Time. A lot of Wheel of Time fans out there.
Isn't that a show?
They tried to make it into a show, but I don't know if they ever got past the first season.
I think
I thought
so.
Isn't it on Amazon or something like that?
Maybe.
I'm like, isn't that a show? I'm pretty sure I've been watching it. I think they're on like season 3, or they just
Really?
finished season 2. Yeah,
Do you like the show?
I do like the show.
I was just wondering when you said like I think I'm watching it. So
Yeah, no, I do like the show.
This is crazy.
I'm
Beneath the
excited to read
trees where
that
nobody
book.
sees. Yeah, I agree.
I'm waiting for the first issue to show up still.
Yeah. Blue Origins #1. That's a great EM Gist Wolverine number 39 cover. Holy cow. That's pretty cool, that Tom Whalen one. 60th anniversary variant. Droids. Oh, wow, dude. They're doing a KT. R2 KT cover. QT KT.
QT. Yeah, I noticed that too.
That's
I like this
awesome.
art. I like this artist that's been doing covers like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember at the con. Was it at San Diego or Celebration? I can't remember which con it was where they dropped these figures. I was able to get 2 of them. I think they might be.
Was it San Diego?
Might have been San
I don't know.
Diego. Yeah,
I
might have been
can't-
San
or-
Diego.
I can't remember. It was one of the two. It was one of those
Yeah.
two big. Yeah.
It's a cool
I
story.
can look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do me a favor.
Yeah,
look it
I
up.
I know we've talked about it on here.
Star Wars Dark Droids D Squad #3. That's a cool cover. That's interesting. Life Day cover. That's a badass Kale New cover right there. Holy cow. Spider-Woman Night's End variant. Sensational She-Hulk. They're doing all these Moon Knight variants, huh? These Night's End Moon Knight variants for everything. Realm of X, Predator vs. Wolverine. Gonna kill off Moon Knight and have his vengeance run his body or something. Battle War.
If you're gonna have all these Moon Knight covers, you can't have Stephen Platt on one of them.
I know.
I mean,
he was at NYCC too. Look at that. That's awesome. That Inhook Lee, that is great. Holy cow.
or even Sienkiewicz, just because that one in,
Yeah.
was it 1 in 75?
There's a nice Derek Chew. Wow. Some of these are
That's
really
really-
good. I'm glad that they don't have like Hulk in the cover. I can deal with the trade dress.
You know, the funny part is, if I'd actually enjoyed that series, I would probably be more apt to pick them up. But that series was so, I thought it was awful.
Yeah. It's cool Stormbreakers cover. Nick Klein, Stormbreakers. That's a great Bjorn Barons, Captain America, Knight's End
that's cool.
variant. Yeah. Yeah, some of those are really good. That's
There's
really
a lot
good.
you can do with them.
That one's a little rough.
Yeah, I don't like
Those
those
legs.
Spider-Man 2 variants either.
Oh, the video game variants.
Yeah,
Some
some of those costumes are stupid.
Yeah, that's not making me
beautiful.
excited to play the game. I know it just what,
gorgeous.
it just
Is that the new game that just came out?
yeah where it dropped
Mhm.
what, yesterday.
Because like, the Brooklyn Cyclones, the Mets minor league team, is in one of the part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Yeah, he runs around the bases
Oh, that's cool.
in Brooklyn.
Nice.
Dude, look at this cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. That's beautiful.
See, like how great a cover, like something like that with is it Vigil from Daredevil?
Yeah.
If you incorporate
great
him, like
character.
you could do so much with that. The stained glass.
That's amazing. Beautiful. Walking Dead. That's a great J.H. Williams cover. Holy cow.
Yeah. Jesus.
That is excellent.
So what are these? Is that just them running back through the same issues again? They're just like
Yeah.
added extra things.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's in color now. The deluxe is in color.
Oh my god.
This little
I
piggy.
figured-
I've heard a lot about this. People talking about it. Like it might
Yeah, I
make
figured
it
out the
something
math.
interesting.
If they did the full like run, I think it's like it's like 3 years or something like that. 3 or 4 years. Like if they reprint all the issues in Walking Dead Deluxe.
It's such a waste of paper.
And think about though, you know, it'll just dissipate over time. So the people who are true fans, like it comes back up like 5 years from now, like I really want that cover for 72, the deluxe.
Dude, I love
There'll be hardly any of them.
the
Well-
cover art for this Something Epic run that Kudaransky's doing. It just looks so
Well,
good.
If you're smart with the Walking Dead Deluxe, you already know all the keys, and there's plenty of websites that like list them all out, you know, and they did it for the anniversary issues as well. You would pick up all the key issues for the Walking Dead.
But there's like, you know, Walking Dead has a cult, kind of like Spawn.
Yeah.
Like that Jay Lee.
Oh, I like that Jay Lee.
This sounds interesting. Oh, here we go. Green Lantern. I heard this series is good too. Oh, this is the Hal Jordan series. What am I talking about? I read some of this. This is good.
What is that? Fish flies.
I don't know. A lot of people are talking about it. Has anybody
It
read
looks
it?
like a cool cover.
Lemire?
Looking at that cover makes
Yeah.
me think of, what was that movie? Mimic?
I remember Joe's Apartment. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detective.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Cardstock. Christian Ward cover on this one. Tula Lote. That's a beautiful Tula Lote cover. There's
Solo.
there's the McFarlane stuff. That's interesting.
Oh, is that another one of those toy
Yeah.
variants?
Yep. And there we
I'm
go.
waiting at some point that the book is going to be dependent on his like toy, like literally the figure coming with the book. That's the only way you can get the book.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Which it's not a terrible idea, especially Batman fans would buy them.
All right. Comics Curing Cancer, man. Those guys have been going all weekend. I think they end tomorrow. And they have just been absolutely killing it. Let me go and find their IG account. All right. So these guys did this last year also. I think they raised 25 grand last year for this. So they've been just really killing it. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing it. They've been doing it all week, all weekend. Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics, Legion of Comics. They have a huge event schedule. There you go. Let's go ahead and show you. And I'm going to put this in the description tonight, and you can see, you can donate. They gave away a ton of stuff tonight. Let's see where they're at. Wow, you guys. They wanted to get 25,000 this year. They're almost at 35,000. So
Good
I'm going
for
to
them.
drop the... Yeah, this is amazing. This is really cool. So I'm going to drop the link for their Linktree in the live chat. I'm also going to put it in the description below. So you guys can, if you want to go and give to them this year and help them just totally continue to destroy their goal, this is the place to do it. And there's a lot of great content creators that have been helping them out. I know Comic Man Andy was helping them out today. A lot of guys helping them out. So make sure you guys go show these guys some love. Just share their stuff too, if you can. There we go. I got it in the description below too. Yeah, this is super cool. So they've been doing all kinds of stuff. Here we go.
It's time for Comics Curing Cancer, our big fundraising push. We're looking to raise over $25,000 for the American Cancer Society. We're going to have a lineup of shows starting on Friday, October 20th, running through the 22nd. That list you can find over here on the link in the description with the link tree.
So they got all tomorrow that they're going. So let's take a look. At 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to drop this in the chat too. Go bookmark it. This is their Sunday auction. And I would suggest you guys, if you want to help out, go bid on a book tomorrow on their auction. That's what I would do. So shout out to Rob's Fat Sex of Concert, Legion of Comics, Comic Man Andy. That's how I know about this. Great job, you guys. That's freaking awesome. That's a lot of money. $34,807 is what they're at right now, which is damn cool. Damn cool. All right. We are getting close to the end of the show. 126 live. I want to go through some artists. Some IG artists again. You guys know I love to look at social media. I have a segment that I'm doing called IG Artists. I got some very interesting stuff that I always love to show people. I want to start off with this guy. He goes by MT_illustration. His name is Matthew Therian or Therian, one of the two. And he did this art that I used on half of my thumbnail. You know, I love Halloween and jack-o'-lanterns. So during the month of October, I try to put Halloween or jack-o'-lantern art in all my thumbnails if I can, especially for the Saturday show. So this art is absolutely amazing, based on Season of the Witch, Halloween number 3, the Halloween that most people hated. but it's actually, if you go back and watch it, it's not too terrible. But this art is just creepy as hell and absolutely amazing. This guy does a lot of amazing film and entertainment art. Here's his link, matthewtharian.bigcartel.com. You can go find his IG under MT_illustration. I'm going to try and drop the links in the description for all these guys too, just because I want to give them credit for their art because it's so damn good. Look at this.
That's sweet.
Right? So.
Just for the chat, Brian Plushy Bear did ask if there are going to be any giveaways.
I don't know. That's a great question. If there are, I'm sure you'll win it.
We'll have to have 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to give away an Amazing Fantasy 15.
Speaking of
Thanks,
giveaways.
Emily.
Speaking of giveaways. What are the odds? Synchronicity. That's fucking creepy. Look at that. Damn. This art is so good. This is amazing right here. Damn.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's just amazing. So great artist right here, Michael Tharian. All right, I talked about Sway and how beautiful that Miss Marvel 2 was. This is his Power Girl Uncovered #1 variant. And at first look, you're like, oh, wow, that's amazing, obviously. But there's something about her face, man, that throws me off. I don't know what it is.
It's that RBF.
Resting bitch face, huh? Is that what that is? It's rough, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
A little manly.
Well, no, it's it's the faces of meth, right? It's that first step.
Yeah.
When she first has that problem, because like her mouth can like barely not stay open or stop grinding.
Oh, dude, this is crazy weird, dude. But it is what it is. It reminds me of something. I'm trying to find it.
The star, I gotta tell you, like for the picture and like everything else, the star by itself just looks off. Like,
yeah, I
like
agree.
A 3-year-old got the star, but like everybody, it isn't fit.
So you know what this reminds me of? I think I figured it out. Right? It's that chin.
Oh, the indent in the chin?
It's what throws me off. It's that chin. I want Mac to come out and punch it. I just want to punch it. So Sway is good even when he's bad. That's how good he is.
Carl's Jr. ad. That's funny.
Yeah. Check this out, dude. This is super cool. This is an artist, Mr. Mars Studios. And this is, he says, working hard towards a new Halloween drop. And look at this. It's a spray paint can with Spawn coming out of it. That's sick.
Pretty sick. Yeah.
That is awesome. Let's check a look at some of his other stuff. See if it's as good. Yeah. It's good. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because I've met plenty of taggers, and when they're finished with their spray paint cans, there's nothing for them to do with it, so they just stack them up like in their room. So it's kind of cool that someone found something to do with that.
That's beautiful right there. That's gorgeous. I mean, this guy does some good stuff. Mr. Mars Studios on IG. Suggest you go give him a follow. And looks like he's got prints and stuff for sale, and got a lot of beautiful, beautiful art. All right, moving on. Our boy Alex Garcia continues to kill it. Alex Garcia _ illustrator. This is his new Shadows in the Dark 4 poster. I guess this is available now to purchase if you guys want. Alex Garcia _ illustrator on IG. He is the amazing artist that did the Beyond Wednesdays logo, and he just got great stuff. All around great artist.
That's for sale?
Yep. Yep. It is for sale. Love it.
Yeah. I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. And then finally, this is an artist that doesn't like to do art. Goes by Why Do I Have to Art? Name's Levi on IG. Why do I have to art? Look at this. This is absolutely crazy, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Right? There's something about that. It is just the way the top crow looks like it's like in the midst of an exorcism, and they're drinking the blood, and the blood's pooling in her hands or his hands. I don't know if it's a he or her. Whew, that is creepy. From Germany.
That's sick.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, from Germany.
I might have to hit him up because we have our band has a giant European following for whatever reason. So like we've had like YouTube video people, like German YouTube content creators, review our songs.
Well, this is a good artist right here.
Man,
look at this. That's creepy right there.
Big stretch.
Yeah. That's sick right there. That's badass. Ooh. Great design. Look at that. Yeah, that's cool. Ooh. Why do I have to art? Damn. Just keeps getting better. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's super cool. So, you guys check out all these artists. I'll put their links in the description for all these pieces that I showed tonight also. And shout out to everybody that hangs out on the after show in the Discord. We're probably going to go hang out there for, I imagine, a couple hours if it's like normal. And I like that we've been keeping the shows under 3 hours lately. So shout out to everybody that hangs out with us. 115 watching live. Nice to the end.
Can I show a pickup before?
100%.
Okay, cool. So I'll lead up to it if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bunch of stuff.
It is fucking
drum
cool as
roll.
hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Oh, so a couple things. So I picked up this Ghoul comic. My friend, she went to a concert. So
hey, I have that book.
Yeah, so Ghoul is this badass band, like Born to Kill. Yeah, so I was like, she's like, hey, do you want this? It's $5. I was like, yes, please.
They did that on Kickstarter like years ago.
Yeah, so some whatever label that they're on, the touring bands are selling them at shows. So shout out to Heineken Jones, who sent out this Inferno number 4 to myself, or to me, to do whatever. So I decided to keep this because I'm a huge Tikal fan. Could never have enough Tikal autographs. Thought this was super funny. So shout out to Longshort and Josh that sent the link in one of our group chats. And this was a almost 10 book that the publishers Moonstone still had them on their website for like what, $6?
Apparently one copy.
Yeah, and I was the last one to buy because like Josh left like one. And then I bought it, and then Longshirt typed in, it's like, oh, my order got canceled. Like, they said they didn't have any. And then Josh said, oh, my 5 or whatever, or however many you ordered got canceled as well. And then I looked at my receipt. I was like, oh, my address is wrong. Let me email them and say correct the address. And then I was waiting for the cancel during when I complained, like, hey, can you change my address? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And then a couple of days later, it showed up in the mail. I was like, I was like, how did I get it versus everyone
Well,
else?
especially since they sent me a shipping notification, and then after the shipping notification, they said they canceled it, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, so that's how I thought it was super weird that I ended up with one because I only ordered one. And then I picked up, first appearance, Special Marvel Edition 15 and the CGC 9-2, first appearance of Shang-Chi. I've been eyeing this book for a year, so I definitely participated in Buy the Dip. So I'm super stoked to add this to my collection.
Pretty book.
Yeah, especially in the 9-2, ooh, with the all black cover. Oh man, I was just happy to add this.
It looks great.
I know, that presents even well too. So
yeah, that's badass.
White pages. So I'm not complaining.
Bro.
Yeah, people have already been asking if I'm selling it. I'm like, I literally just got it. Yeah, but I might buy more because the price is pretty good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's can't.
I like it. Plushy Bear says run as a giveaway.
You wish. Yeah, we're gonna have to see more super chats for that to happen. I mean, he was already got all the other Marvel keys. I guess I gotta send him more or two, right?
All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna go jump on the Discord and hang out for a little bit. You guys can go jump into the link is in the description below. Come hang out with us in there, and we'll shoot the shit. Talk probably more about drama that's going on. Give our real takes on it.
We're gonna talk shit about Plushy Bear.
Yeah. That being said, yeah, we're out. Peace.